So in yesterday class already we had a discussion about form validations. I'm going to revise one more time, just you can concentrate on that one. So we'll continue remaining process also. So first we have to understand here what we implemented here. Just we implemented here one basic HTML form. Okay, so just we are taking the form tag, and so for that form we are applying some name as well as method and action already you know. So here I'm using on submit. Why I'm using here on submit event? So this on submit event it will execute whenever user click on the submit button. So here what happened, if user click on the submit button, directly it will move to the validate function. So this validate function it will return something like whenever it will return true, it will move to the next page. Whenever it will return false, it will be stay here only. So that is the logic we implemented here. So now in this function, what we implemented first here, I want to get this form data. No? Actually, this is the HTML form. So this HTML data I want to get into the JavaScript. How we are going to do that? Just we have to take some variable name. Any variable name you can consider. Document. So what is meant by document? On the web page. If you are observing, this is my web page, right? So in the web page, I have the form. In the form, I have the field. This value I require. So that's why what we mentioned here, document dot form name dot field name dot value. So document is nothing but web page. On the web page, we have the form name called F1. On the F1, we have the F name. So that field, that value, I want to store in some variable. Similar, you can get all the data, all the input controls data. You have to get it. After get this one, so we have to check if f name equal to empty. Whenever f name is empty, at the time I want to maintain my status is false. So and at the same time I want to display this message where I have to display. Actually you can display through the alert also, but so here we have the multiple input controls now. For this one alert, again for this one alert, again for this one, for this one. So we are getting multiple alerts now. So to avoid that situation, I am going to use here DOM. So document object model we have to use. So in the document object model, you can pass some string from the JavaScript to HTML. In the HTML, you can use it. So here you can use document.getElement by ID or tag based or class name also you can use it. So most probably is ID. So that's why we have to take document.getElement ID. So I want to assign this string for this ID. You can take any ID also. So this string, it will be stored in this ID. I have to pass to the inner HTML. So I want to move to that HTML. So this ID you can call here. So depends upon this condition, that message should be changed. Whenever it is empty, the message should be like please enter F name. Whenever it is not empty, again we have to check. Whenever it is matched with the regular expression, whenever it is matched, so at the time no problem. So the message is also empty only. Whenever it is not matched, at the time what is the message? Please enter characters only. Why we are mentioning characters only? Why? Because that is a name. We have to enter. So only the characters only. Na? So this is the logic we implemented for the first one. Same whatever you implemented, second one also we implemented same thing. But here we are taking the status and here we are taking the status one. Why? Because two different fields now. So that's why status and status one we are considering. And finally we are taking here if status value is a true and status one also true. Nothing but depends upon these conditions. You will get the final one is status. Whether that is a true or false you will get. Here I am checking whenever status and status one both are correct. So we are going to return true. Otherwise, we are going to return false. So you are going to return from where to where, from this function call to here you are returning. So whenever you are returning false, it will be stay here only. Whenever it is written true, it will move to the next page. This is the process we implemented yesterday. So now we can observe here. So we are getting here first name and last name. And if I am entering here, please enter characters and the characters only. So the message is empty. And here I'm going to enter only the characters. It is moved to the next page. This is the way we implemented. Now here we have another input controls, that is email and phone number we have now. So for this one, I want to do again the conditions only. So what we are going to do, if so phone equal to empty, nothing but phone number is whenever it is empty. At the time I want to show some message. So document dot so get element by ID, we have to take some ID here. For example, phone node I have to take, and we can pass into the inner HTML. We can display the message. So please enter phone number. We can display this message. So whenever it is empty. So along with this, I want to apply here status also. Now I'm going to take here, this is another condition, status 2 equal to false. I'm going to maintain false. But before doing this one, we have to declare the variable also. No? So status 2 equal to, you can do here status 2, status 1, and at the same time status 2, 1, everything we have to apply. Then else block. So in the else block, just I'm going to write here status 2 equal to true. I'm not checking whether we are entering number or not, just empty or not, I have to check. Go to the browser and you can observe here. So it is moved to the next page. Why it is moved to the next page? So why? Because we mentioned some ID. This ID we didn't call anywhere. So that's why we have to call that ID. So just we can take here paragraph. So we can take here p tag and id equal to whatever you have that id, we can call that id here, that is phone node. So then what we are going to do, we should be close here. Now save this one, go to the browser and you can observe here. See here we are getting. So now I'm going to enter here perfect data only, and here I'm going to enter the characters. So then what happened, you can observe. It is moved to the next page. That phone number allows only the numbers only now. But here we are entering characters also, it is working. So then what you are going to do next step, whether it is empty or not, only we perform here. So next step, we have to check here whether user enter valid data or not in that field. So what we are going to do, we have to work with again. So regular expression here. So where, so for example, num expression equal to number expression equal to, same we have to do here regular expression, that is 0 to 9 I am going to consider. Okay, so then concatenation dollar slash. So this is the way you have to declare the number expression. So then what you are going to do, so in this else whatever you have, you can remove that one and you can just check again one more if condition. So if phone number dot match with num expression, whenever it is a match with the number expression, at the time true. Otherwise what you are going to do, you can display here please enter numbers only. So already we have that id, so same id I'm going to call here, but the message is please enter digits only or numbers only. We can do like this. Okay, then whenever it is a true, at the time I want to reset my message is empty. Now just to go to the browser screen and you can observe here. By default, you are getting all the things. So now I'm going to enter here valid data only. Here I'm going to enter characters. Oh, what happened? We didn't mention here status. Status 2 equal to false. So we have to refresh. Then you can check. Now I think it will works fine here. So now, we added one more condition now. So we have to check. Whenever all the conditions are true, then only I want to return true. Otherwise, I don't want to return true. So then what you are going to do, you can refresh and you can enter valid data. These two are working fine. So that's why I'm going to check third field only. Now you are getting there. So third field. So you have to remember one thing. You have to write the conditions. After conditions, you have to apply that one also. Okay. Otherwise, so if the two fields are correct, it will be moved to the next page. But I required here third field also. No. This is the way you have to implement for the another input control. Now, if I am entering here numbers only, so it is moved to the next page. Actually, my target is this phone number. I want to do the length. So minimum digits, not minimum, length is 10 digits I required. What we are going to do? Simply, you have to do here, whenever it is satisfied, match with a number, then I have to check again another condition. If phone dot, sorry, if phone dot length equal to, so 10, whenever it is a 10 digits, at the time there is no issue, I want to maintain here, so true only. Otherwise what you are going to do, in the else block you can display so false one, and we have to show some message also. No, so what is the message we have to show? Please enter phone number 10 digits. We have to do like this. Save this one. Everything is fine here. Go to the browser, and now we can observe here. We got here the first one is success. Second one I'm going to enter the valid format only. So this one I'm going to enter here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So submit. Now what happened? So please enter phone number should be 10 digits. So now I'm going to enter here 10-digit number here. If I'm entering 10-digit number, it is moved to the next page. But I required here one more condition. So whether the number is added with a 0 or not, I have to check how we are going to work with that. So for this one, I have to apply one more condition here. So starts with a 0 or not, I have to check now. So what we are going to do? After 10 digits, I have to check one more condition. So now if phone dot caret, yesterday only we discussed about that caret now, caret of 0. Caret of 0 equal to 0. Whenever it is 0, at the time I want to do the return true. Otherwise, what you are going to do, you can go to the else block. In the else block, we have to do false. Under the same time, the message also. So please enter phone number. Please enter phone number starts with 0. This is my message I have to save this one. Now again go back. You can refresh. So just you can enter. Okay, if I'm entering here only 4 numbers, 10 digits it is asking. If I'm entering 10 digits, so it is asking 0. Now I'm going to start with a 0. Now you can observe. Understood now? So these many conditions you have to write. Depends upon the conditions. See here. So if you are observing phone number, F name is very short one. So whether it is empty or not, and at the same time whether it is characters or not, we are checking. That's it. But in this case, what happened here? Whether it is empty or not, whether it is match or not, whether it is 10 digits or not, whether it is 0 or not, we have to start. So this is the way you have to implement the step-by-step implementations in the real-time scenario. Clear now? So done. Then next what we have to do. Here I have another one is email now. So email in the sense what you are going to do, the pattern is different one. So you have to go to the again pattern here. So where email expression equal to. So what is the syntax for that? You have to write the $/ we can do concatenation $/. Here what we are going to do. So first I require here A to Z 0 to 9. Then @ is common for each and every one, and you can write here A to Z and A to Z. So if you required here number also you can write it, otherwise no problem. Dot what we are going to do. So you can do here A to Z. So if you want to maintain the range also you can maintain minimum and maximum. We have to maintain. So after the dot I required here minimum is a 2, maximum is 5. More than that one I don't want. You can write that range. Otherwise you can remove that range also. There is no issue. This is completely like optional only. If you don't want, just skip that one. So this is the way you have to write the regular expression for the email. So then what you are going to do, same process as usual, you can go to this one. I'm going to take one more variable here. So my new variable is status 3. Okay, so then what you are going to do here after all these things, we have to go to the here. If what is that? Email, no? Email equal to empty. So at the time what you are going to do, you have to show one message to the user. What is the message? Same we can do here. Document dot get element by ID. We have to do here. Email node we have to apply, and we can pass to the inner HTML. We can pass to the inner HTML, and we can write the message here. What is the message? Please enter email ID. Like this. Okay, so whenever it is not empty, at the time what you are going to do, so we have to take the else block. So in the else block you can write the thing here. What we are going to write, so whatever the note is there you have to take here. So please sorry, this is the status 3, no? Status 3 equal to false, and at the same time here the message is empty, and the status 3 equal to true. Just I am checking here whether it is empty or not only. Okay. So then what you are going to do, we have one more variable. We can do here logical and so then we can go to the status 3 equal to true. Done. Save this one and go to the browser. So we have to refresh one more time. So now we can so we have to call that ID, right? So we have to call that ID. So here I have to take the p tag and we can do here ID equal to ID name, whatever you have the ID, you can implement that ID. Save this one and you can refresh one more time and you can observe. So this is the way you have to work with a form validation in the real-time scenario. After that, what you are going to do, you are not going to return directly true now. What you are going to do, we have to write here if email dot match with, what is that? Email expression. Whenever it is matched at the time, we can return true. Otherwise, what you are going to do? So else we have to do the so this is false. Here we have to do please enter valid email ID. Please enter valid email ID. Why? Because you are not going to specify. You have to enter A, you have to enter B like that. So that is the email format. Now you have to specify that you have to follow the valid email ID. So if you are following the valid email ID, so that is fine here. Now I'm going to check here some data here. Submit. So it is showing here characters. Now I have to enter here characters only. So we can do here characters. So now it starts with the 0. Yes, we have to enter. And so what about this email? Email expression. So we are getting here. So invalid email. Why? Because we have to maintain so at the rate symbol as well as dot also. You can take abc@gmail.com. So that is a valid format. You have to check like this. So this is the way you have to implement in the real-time scenario. So if you have 100 fields also, same process only you can do that. So if you are doing the real-time projects, so we are not going to maintain in the internal JavaScript. Here I'm using the internal JavaScript, no? But in the real-time scenario, you have to follow the external JavaScript. Why you are following the external JavaScript? Sorry, you can observe here in this website. Already we applied the form validations. So in this website, so in the home page, you can observe name, email, phone number, services, message. All fields are mandatory. We are applying. So in the inner pages also, we have the forms here. Now, if you are observing here also, we have the form, same fields only. Here also, we are getting the validations. If you are using internal JavaScript, what you are going to do? You can write in each and every page now. So if you require any changes also, again, you have to do in each and every web page. So to avoid that situation, what you are going to do, we have to maintain that entire information into the new page. So what you are going to do, just you have to cut it. So whatever the thing is there, you can cut it. So you have to create one new file. So validation.js. So you can call that JS here. So which is automatically applicable for this page. If you require for another page also, just you can call there. So script stars equal to validation.js, automatically it will applicable. So this is the way you have to follow in the real-time scenario. Clear now? So don't mention internal JS. Always you can prefer the external only for the real time. So why? Because maybe in the future, if you want to do the reuse that code, so at the time again and again and again, if you are doing the copy paste also, if whenever you are doing the same code again and again, the file size is increased. Whenever the file size is increased, automatically site performance is decreased. To avoid that situation, we can use the external JavaScript here. This is the way we have to implement in the real-time scenario. For example, I want to do the password and confirm password. So what is the conditions we have to check first? So whenever if you are doing the login page, in the login page, we have the username as well as password. No? So and at the same time, whenever if you are doing the login, before login only you have to do the registration. So in the registration, we have multiple fields. Like we did the here, what are the fields we did here? So we did the name, first name, last name, phone number, email, everything is common. Along with we have here password and confirm password also now. So now I'm going to take here password field as well as confirm password. C password is nothing but confirm password. You can take the variable names like this. So now first initially what we are going to do, we can get that input control data into the JavaScript. So we have to get from the form to here you have to declare two input controls. So that two input controls data we have to additionally you can get it here. So password and confirm password. So first step what you are going to do. So password is empty or not you have to check first condition. So then we can go to the second one is confirm password is empty or not you have to check. So whenever password is empty, at the time we have to show please enter password. So here also please enter confirm password like that. So after doing that one, so we have to go to that one whenever it is not empty. At the time what we are going to do. So the range. So I'm going to give the range is minimum is 6 digits, maximum is 9 digits I'm going to do. So what you are going to do? Already we have some variable called password now. Here what we are going to do, password equal to empty we are checking. So whenever it is empty, you have to display some message. Otherwise, what you are going to do in the else block, you have to write here. So another condition. So you have to write here. So if password dot length, you have to use the length property greater than or equal to 6. So I want 6 or more than 6 also. That's why I'm going to do greater than or equal to. And at the same time, we can take here password dot length less than or equal to 9. We have to specify. Whenever it is satisfied, there is no issue. You can return true. Okay. Whenever it is not satisfied, we have to go to the again else block here. So in the else block, what you are going to do? We have to show another message. What is that message here? So please enter password range in between 6 to 8. So minimum is 6 and maximum is 8 like that. You have to display that message. So whenever it is satisfied, there is no issue. Whenever it is not satisfied. So at the time, what you are going to do? Not satisfied, you can display the condition. So the message, whenever it is satisfied, then we have to check here. So if password equal to C password, nothing but confirm password. So password and confirm password, you have to check. Whenever it is a true, whenever it is a true, there is no issue. So whenever it is not true, we have to take that ID. That ID where I have to display, not in the below of this password control. I want to display below of the confirm password. Understood now? So generally what we are going to do up to now, all the messages we are going to display in below that password only. But whenever this condition, we have to take new ID. That new ID you can call it to the so confirm password below. Okay. So why? Because already you entered password. So that confirmation password is not matched with the password now. That's why you have to display that message in the below that confirmation password only, not in the below of password. So this is the way you have to apply in the real-time scenario. So here you have to check this condition as usual for the confirmation password also. Why? Because that confirmation password also, I want the range also. No? So we have to do that one. So this is the way we have to implement in the real-time scenario. Understood now? Password and confirm password. So just you have to check first whether it is empty or not. You have to implement through the coding. This is your assignment. So just you have to go to the password and confirm password. Both are empty or not. Almost I did the logic complete one. We have to try to execute. That's it. So first empty or not, we have to check. Whenever it is not empty, so at the time we have to check length is so in between the range 6 to 9 or not, we have to check password and confirm password. So whenever it is matched, like the range is applicable, then we have to go to the password and confirm password. Both are matched or not, we have to check. So this is the way you have to implement the password and confirmation password. We have to apply in the real-time scenario. Done. Then, so now I want to so allow here age, user age. User age is number or not, I have to check. So under the same time, so less than 18, I'm going to display another message. So greater than 18, I want to display another message. So up to now we are doing here. So like a phone number, right? Directly what we did directly, we have to specify that what is that? So number expression we did now. So instead of that number expression, I'm going to check whether user enter number or not. I have to check. So already we have that like a number expression. Instead of that one, I'm going to use some predefined function. Just you can observe here. So I'm going to check here if age equal to empty. At the time, as usual, you can show one message. Whenever it is not empty, So at the time, what you are going to do? So first I have to check whether it is a number or not. How we are going to check? Generally, we are using the regular expression and we can check one. But I'm not going to use that one. Here I'm going to use the number. Number is a predefined function from the JavaScript. So already we declare the number object also in the previous classes. What we are going to do? Where a equal to new number of, we are passing some data. Whenever it is a number, we are getting that 101. It is not a number, we are getting NAN. Not a number, we are getting no. So like this, here I'm going to check new if not number of age. So what it will do? Here I'm going to write here some basic condition only. So just you can observe. If number of age is not a number, you can observe here. So not we applied here. What is this means? Age is not a number. At the time, we have to show some message to the user. Whenever it is a number, there is no issue. You can write here else also. We can directly write here. So else. So it is not a number. So we have to show something. It is a number, no problem. So whenever it is a number, again, what you are going to do? We have to check the age, less than 18 or greater than 18. So now I'm going to check here again if age is less than 18. At the time, what we are going to do? We have to show some message. So he is not eligible to vote. So otherwise, what we are going to do? Else block. In the else block, we have to write here. So he is eligible for the vote. Nothing but we are going to do the empty message. So this is the way you have to implement in the real-time scenario. Why? Because some of the developers, they are going to use the number of function also they are going to use. If you are writing here regular expression also, that is also fine here. Instead of that one, directly I'm going to use some predefined method. This is also fine. Okay, just again, why we are not going to do in this is already we have the predefined function. Just you have to utilize that predefined function and we are checking here. So this is the way you have to implement the number one. So like a age validation in the real-time scenario. Just you can observe whether it is empty or not. Whether it is empty, you can show some message. Otherwise, so you have to check it is a number or not. You can use the regular expression also, there is no problem. So already I showed the regular expression for the phone number already we worked on now. So that's why I'm going to show another method. If you are following the same method also, no issues. So but here I'm going to follow the another method here. So this is the number or not, we have to check. And so after it is not a number, we have to show the message. In case it is a number, we have to check less than 18 or greater than 18. Less than 18, we have to show some message. He is not eligible. So greater than 18, we are not going to do any message. That is a complete correct sentence only. We can do like this. So this is the way you have to implement in the real-time scenario for the age. Clear now? So 100% whenever if you are doing the applications, not for the regular websites, in the applications we have n number of fields. So at the time you have to do all these things also. Then user enter website URL is valid or not, I have to check. So what is the URL? www.abcd.com, like that. So where we are going to use this kind of things. For example, I have here my company website. So now I'm going to do my company website here. For example, you require any website. You have some reference website. Simply what you are going to do, you have to know the quotation for that. So now it is loading. We have to wait. So for example, I want one website, one education website or one school website, any website I require. So what I'm trying to do is, so I want to know the quotation for that website. Simply I'm going to click on the quotation page. In the quotation page, we have the fields here, name, email ID, and receipt, phone number, city, everything we have. Here you can observe reference site 1, reference site 2. If we have any reference sites, for example, I want to do similar to Elearn infotech website I required. So what I'm trying to do, I'm going to enter here. So elearninfotech.com site 1. So here Hyderabad edit earnings site 2. I want similar kind of thing, not exact same thing. I'm going to give the references also. At the time, depends upon the reference site, we are going to send the quotation to the particular person. So this much budget we have, and at the same time, this is the time period for that. Like that, we have to discuss with your client. So if you want to do this validation, so again, what you are going to do? So simply we have to go to the first, whether it is empty or not, we have to check. Then what you are going to check? User enter valid address or not, you have to check. No. So how we are going to? Again, you can write the regular expression. What is the regular expression for this one? What is the regular expression for this one? Just to try to implement that regular expression here. W. W.
A to Z, sir.
Vamshi.
A to Z.
A to Z. Then
www dot A to Z dot
A to Z dot. Then
A to Z.
A to Z. I want www.abcd.com like that. What you are
dot com.
dot
com.
here. Maybe some of the
No,
websites we have the .com, .in, .org at the time
225. 225.
range. Okay. Then so this is correct format or not?
There.
Then what you are going to do? Okay, try to do this. Okay, so just we have to. This is wrong format actually. Don't mention A to Z here. If you are using A to Z, so it will be allows like AAA.abc.com also it will be works fine. Why? Because so you mentioned like A to Z. So it will allows A to Z any character also it will be take. So this one is correct. This is correct. But this one is wrong. You have to try to implement. Just there is nothing we have to do. Just you can write that www. That manual only you can write it. Don't use that curly brackets also. That index also. Just you can try to implement that your own. So do one thing. You can do this. So URL as well as password and confirmation password. Then we have to do age. So and at the same time, I'm going to give one more thing here. Email already I showed now. Yeah, maximum this one. Okay. So regularly we are using like each and every website phone number field we are using name, phone number, email ID, and address we are using like a message we are using. No? So you can try to implement. This is the thing you have to do. This is our assignment. So I will share you this video also. Just go through the video one more time. And yesterday whatever we implemented and today also we implemented the phone number, length, everything. Now you can just try to implement whatever we implemented now. So and at the same time, you can add that the 3 input controls also. One is age and second one is for the so URL. URL we have and what is the third one? So password and confirm password we have to do. So that is our assignment. Just practice this one. Tomorrow we'll start like advanced concepts. Like we have the arrays also. In that arrays also we have the some functions and variable declaration also we are using up to now where keyword. No? But instead of that where keyword we can use the let and const. So that is completely like ECMA standards. So we have to focus on the ECMA standards from the tomorrow onwards. Okay.